Welcome back to the channel for another video on our 22 WRX. Today's finally the day. We're gonna get an exhaust put on. The exhaust we went with was an Invidia R400. So let me show you that real quick before we get it installed. So here's the R400. So we have two mufflers on each side. This is the titanium version. This is a stamped Y pipe for the split right here. It looks like this is also a stamped one too. Welds look very nice on them. Nice flanges. Has that classic Invidia like bracket right in the middle. But one interesting thing they did change for the VB exhaust is this mid pipe right here, and specifically this mid pipe resonator. So on the VA chassis, they had the traditional like inline resonator with the perforated holes. I never ran the R400 on the VA chassis. I ran an ETS, I ran a Q300, and a couple other ones actually. But they all had like an inline resonator. This one has a Helmholtz. This is similar to like what my HKS had on the BRZ. But this is like a little Helmholtz on the mid pipe. And this is supposed to help reduce drone, but this Helmholtz resonator should eliminate any of that. And then we have our nice Y and our second mufflers there. Came with all the hardware and everything here, gaskets, bolts, and cool little sticker, of course. So I already have the quick jacks laid out. So let's get these things slid onto the car. We'll get it put up in the air, and we'll take this exhaust off. So let's get to it. So underneath the car, I got our light set up so we can see everything. First, we're gonna start with taking off these mufflers. We do have these two bolts right here. They are 14s. So we'll get those two taken off on each side. Then we have some hangers up here that we can take off. We do got some WD-40 over there waiting so we can lube up the hangers. Should come out pretty easily. And then all the way up front on the mid pipe, we got 14 for the bolt and then a 12 for the nut on the back side. So let me get you guys set up and let me struggle to get these mufflers off, and then we'll work on that mid pipe. All right, the exhaust is now taken off. I do have my tape measure out. I do want to measure the inside of this. So it's 3 inches with the donut, but it does taper down to 2.5. And then on the axle backs, you can see we're looking at like about 1.5 inches. Check out the Invidia upgrade. Clear 3 inches, and then the axle back like 2.25. So split that with 2 ways. I mean that two 2.25 pipes flow more than one 3-inch, but you can definitely see just size comparison. Much bigger than, I mean, look at this. Got my whole hand around it. Very tiny. And then, so you can see also the stock exhaust has no resonator on it. And on our new Invidia, we have this Helmholtz resonator I was talking about before. And then obviously we're replacing these big, large mufflers with these two smaller canister style mufflers. So we'll have 4 of those on the car. So let's start by getting this mocked up and we'll get it thrown on the car. So I'll get you guys reset up and we'll get this thing thrown on. Let's go. All right, the exhaust is all bolted up. It is dark, so it's hard to see, but you can see the tips here. We'll get some more shots in the morning. Obviously, we'll have much more videos with sound clips and stuff, but here's the exhaust all bolted up. I'll get it mounted on our tripod over here, and we'll get some sound clips of what it sounds like now for our first start. I am using a Rode mic, and then it does have some batteries in it for an extra filter for us. So let me get you guys set up and we'll get our first start with the R400 Invidia Catback exhaust. Good. So you saw me just under there. I crawled under, checked for leaks. Everything was good except this passenger side axle back. It was just a little bit of air coming out of the bottom of the gasket, so tightened it up and there's no more leak. Looks like the idle's already calmed down a little bit. Has a nice deep tone. Let me give it some gas and see what it sounds like. RPMs. So obviously it's still cold, so we're not trying to rev it too high, but super excited for this. I'm going to put it on the ground. I'm going to go do some driving, and I'll do some driving clips in a separate video, but at least you guys got to hear the before and after of what the R400 sounds like on this car. I'll get some pictures in the morning. Obviously it's real dark, can't see the nice tips or anything, so. Well, that's all I got for you guys today. We got the R400 installed. The Invidia exhaust sounds really good. I'm going to take the car out and see how that Helmholtz resonator works, see if there's any drone with this setup. I mean, very mellow, very deep sound out of the back, so as long as there's no drone, this is going to be a perfect setup. So I'll report back once I know a little bit more about that. But be sure to like, comment, and subscribe for more 2022 WRX content. We got more to come. Let's go.